Rizzo got into it with somebody verbally, and then the Reds came out of the dugout. The bullpens have emptied. Johnny Cueto.
Alfredo Simon really worked up, and the Reds are trying to work him back into the dugout. Obviously, Rizzo very upset in that last inning with the pitches from Chapman to Nate Schierholtz.
Well, as we were going to break, Chapman looked once again into the Cubs dugout and dismissively waved his glove hand as if to say, I've had enough. It's interesting, too, and to my knowledge, no warnings have been issued today, and I'm a little curious as to why they didn't warn both benches. Wouldn't have avoided this necessarily, but the tensions are as high as it could get.
Well, yeah, and again, Chapman wasn't throwing at anybody. Cubs understandably upset, however, that those pitches went over the head of Nate Schierholtz, so they were barking from the dugout. If Chapman just leaves it alone, everything's okay, but he's got a frustrated team in the other dugout. He's kind of dismissive with his reaction. And then as Rizzo went out to take his position, I think somebody said something to Rizzo. Somebody said something from the Reds dugout, and Rizzo responded.
So it didn't sound like Rizzo was upset with Simon.
He did not instigate that. Anthony, it was somebody said something to Rizzo from the Reds dugout that he responded to. And ultimately, no punches thrown. 9 out of 10 guys on both sides playing peacemaker here. No ejections yet, but they're trying to sort it all out there with the umpiring crew. Now warnings are being issued to each dugout. And Mark Wagner's going to let Neil Ramirez know. I mean, clearly, again, it's not a situation. You're in a tie ball game in the 9th inning. You're not going to be throwing at people.
Oh, it was Chapman. Yeah, it was Rizzo and Chapman.
And Simon coming out in defense of Chapman.
It's like Edwin Jackson's in the middle there trying to keep everybody calm.
Yeah, well, the key is as long, once that first punch is thrown, that's when you really get nervous that something big is going to happen. So fortunately, everybody kind of keeping their cool, just trying to move the pile and keep people separated. The guys who aren't as heavily invested in the skirmish, getting between the guys that are obviously really hot.